I even forgot to fucking do the GoPro. I can't even see if it's
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's going.
I don't know. Can you see if I'm in there?
I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm not.
It's a tiny ass screen. What the
I
hell
know.
do I know?
It's because it's the other way.
You know? We'll get that going too.
Yeah, whatever.
We're going to do some experimenting. We're going to see what we can do, make things a little more
It's
lively.
not far enough away. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. She's going to go play with things. She just broke it.
No, wait. I'm just moving it.
What are you...
He's tired. Leave him alone.
So yeah, we're gonna.
Oh my God, he's tired.
And she's beating up the microphone already with the GoPro.
Oh my God, look at me. Hi, I'm here. I haven't quite. You know how it is. You tighten things and then you think you tighten them too far, and you're like, oh nope, not far enough.
I was worried about that with these mics too. I was like, did I get it enough? Did we get it? So.
Yep, still not far enough.
You got her?
No.
No.
No? Can I? Oh, I can see myself a little bit. Yeah, that's better.
That's good.
Whatever, we'll just call that good.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go.
I know. I was like...
I don't even. Oh, Jesus! I can just barely see movement.
I know. I see your black shirt,
Yeah.
and then I know like I'm partially in frame, but that, I don't mind because it's not. I forgot to start it anyway, so it's all whatever.
Yeah. So we're gonna be looking at doing some video stuff next time. I think we're gonna sit on the same side of the table. And
Yeah, we figured that out. We're like, oh hey, you know, it might make work if we're both sitting on the same side of the table so they can see our faces.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't know why anybody would want to, but there you go.
Yeah, people are asking. I mean, what the fuck? I don't care.
But
Whatever.
yeah, so
whatever you need. Whatever you need.
Trying to do some things to improve the Sandy's Tavern podcast and make things, you know, really good for our 3 or 4 listeners.
Yeah, I figured we probably, for the GoPro too, we just wanted to see if the battery would last for a whole podcast because I haven't used it yet.
Right.
So, and don't let it scare you that the screen just turned off.
Oh, is that supposed to do that?
Yeah, it's just like a saver feature or whatever.
No.
Battery saver feature.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna win an Emmy or anything for it.
Can we earn an enema? That
Yeah.
might be, you know.
We should do that live on air.
No.
The last podcast I did before signing up with you here is the Blumpkin Bidet podcast.
We really should figure out a way to. You have that on your phone, right?
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud.
Okay, we should really like post that on our like podcast set, just
Yeah.
as like something they can listen to independently.
Because it's you get to hear me on a bidet for the first time.
Oh my God, it's so funny! I love it too.
It's impressive.
I did listen to it. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, so.
It's really good. We really should throw that up there too.
Yeah, we'll see if I can find it again.
Yeah.
But. So other than that, it's the week you were gone was a very, very long week here.
Oh, I bet.
It was a tough week, but we made it through.
Yeah.
There was a lot of personal things that happened.
Yeah.
I was in a Princess Leia slave outfit costume.
Yeah, for someone. What was it?
Star Wars.
Whose
Clay.
birthday? Whose birthday was it?
It was when her birthday was. Clay from Pizza Luce was.
All right,
leaving.
because it was Madeline's the week before.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And Clay wanted a Star Wars theme, and boy, people went all out.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't really see any pictures of anyone else.
Madeline came as Barf.
Oh
from
my
Spaceballs,
God.
and she was spot on.
I was kind of like, I should have bugged Jason for more photos from other people. Not saying that you and Jamie weren't notable, but it was just like, that's all I get?
Yeah, but I made some bank that night because I was in a
I heard you got
Princess
two
Leia
$20
slave-
tips.
Yeah, slave outfit. It was impressive.
Yeah, what's her name over here was telling me about it. Yeah.
It was, I felt like a whore, and I gotta say, I liked it.
I felt like a whore,
It was impressive.
Yeah, I heard that it was from 2 men, too. So
Yeah,
it was even
oh
better.
yeah. There was dancing, there was some rubbing.
I still am so proud of you because you were just like, well, it didn't quite work the way I wanted, but I'm going to make it work.
Yeah.
Oh, my other favorite story that she told me is how you sneezed behind the bar and your bra came off.
Yeah.
Your boobs fell out.
Yep. They popped right over.
Oh my God, I just about died. It's like, oh my God, that's amazing.
The tights I was wearing were just they were ballerina tights, and they don't make ballerinas in my size, let alone ballerina tights.
I seriously should have just given you a pair of my snag tights because they stretch like nobody's freaking business. They're from the UK and they're fantastic.
Yeah, these were supposed to stretch a lot, and they stretched enough.
Right.
But they kind of stopped like mid thigh, so my crotch was like
Yeah.
4 inches lower
Well,
than
that was if I would have offered them to you, but I didn't have anything that would have matched your outfit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I
needed
was
kind of a
going
pinkish
to.
or a beige or.
Yeah, because I didn't have anything that would have matched. Because I got adventurous. I got like hot pink or like thigh high fishnets or so it wouldn't have worked for your outfit. Otherwise, I would have offered, and they wouldn't have come in the mail quick enough to order you any. So.
Right. It's still pretty impressive, I thought.
I thought so too. I was just like how you adapted it to make it work.
Yeah, and I had the Princess Leia headphone buns.
Yes.
Like the hair and combat boots and.
Yeah, Jamie was like kind of a goth version, right?
Yeah, she was like the Vader meets Princess Leia.
That makes more sense because I was like, it just didn't translate as like goth Leia to me, and I didn't know why.
Yeah, it was more like Darth Vader meets Leia.
That makes more sense because I was like, I just didn't get it because I thought you were both doing like strict Leia, and I was like, well, if she did gothic Leia, it would make sense, but it was like it didn't quite.
Yeah, no,
compute.
because the Leia outfit she had, we could not let her work here.
Oh,
within one.
Man.
Yeah, it was way too revealing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I wish
Especially
she'd
for her thin frame.
Oh, I'd love to. I have to just ask her to. Can you take a photo at home so I can see it?
Yeah, it was
I'm a selfish bitch.
Way too open and airy.
I still thought yours was pretty generous in that. I mean, you had to walk around in your underwear, basically.
Basically, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they were boxer briefs.
Yeah.
With tights over them.
Yeah.
Still.
Huge respect, Kevin.
Yeah. I got to give a lot of credit. I got to give a shout out to, I don't know if I should, to Dan, Justin's partner.
Oh, sure.
Last week he came dressed in full drag.
Did he?
Yes, and he did.
I would love to see that.
It was because of him that I had the confidence to go, hey, if he can do that, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know, and just let your inhibitions go.
Yeah.
And once you do that, you're fine.
Yeah, you almost like you're judging yourself so hardcore, and if you can let that go, you can live a great moment.
Yeah, never let it be said I'm not willing to put myself out there and embarrass myself for the sake of the bit or for the customers, you know.
Well, now how many times have you said, "Hey, there's no way I'd do that," and no living hell I would do that in. But like you used to say that about singing a karaoke song.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was like what, week 3? You were like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah. And the older I get, the more I'm like, I don't give a shit anymore what people think.
No.
You know, let them. If they're gonna judge me for my hairy ass body and my big fat tummy and whatever.
It's a cute tum-tum. It's a tum-tum.
You know, go for it.
It's not even a tummy. It's not a tummy. It's a tum-tum.
It's a tum-tum.
Tum-tum-tum-tum-tum.
Yeah, it was interesting. People kept saying, "Are you cold? Are you cold?" I'm like, I was so freaking hot.
Half naked.
I had to step outside twice in the blizzard because we were having a blizzard that night. I had to step out twice in the cold.
Well, you realize the heater in here is set to 72, right?
Yeah.
For the
it was set to 70 that night.
Oh yeah, I always turn it like to 68 when I get here because it's just like death. I'm like, no.
And yet, we were having so many problems last year with the heater
not
working, and now this winter it's like just baking us out.
Well, I have to give the weather cred to that too, that it's like barely been below 0.
Yeah.
You know, thank God, I'm not mad about it.
Well, and then we've got the thermal curtain up, and we got the new door in, and you know, we had a lot of other things that have happened too. That
we made an effort.
You know, so it was, but when it wants to kick out, boy, it kicks out the heat.
It's getting hot in here.
Boom.
Let's take off all our clothes. Do. Here's one piece. Here's a sock. You're welcome. Now I'm gonna flail it around and fling it over there. Oh, there's a camera. Now I can't say that because there's proof that I'm lying.
There you go. Oh, that camera made me
Damn fucked up my whole bit.
Damn it. So I also wanted to share. We did something new for trivia this week.
Oh, tell me more. Is that why you were so excited to share, and that's why you're like, welcome to Sandy's Trivia?
Yeah. It was on my brain. I did a round this week called Stephen Hawking's Karaoke.
Oh my God! Okay.
I took the lyrics of the song and ran them through a synthesizer like Stephen Hawking's voice.
Dude.
So it was like he was doing the song, and you had to guess the song by
hearing
the short.
Oh
clip.
my god, I want to try.
Yeah. I can't even give it due justice, but I'm going to try it here. She had eyes of the she had eyes of the bluest skies, and if they thought of bright, I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain.
Oh my god, that's so good.
It was hilarious.
What if it's so good?
Oh, and they hated it. Every one of them hated it.
Why?
Yeah, just
because it was hard.
So, it was really hard. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can call it up. I'm gonna see if I can do it because it's pretty impressive.
To piggyback on that idea is KS95 does a bit every Wednesday around I think like 3:30 because I hear it just before I get here at 4, and it's what was it, the news guy Folger's on there for he'll take a music song and he'll read the lyrics in just a plain newscast voice without
that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. And so he does that, and it's amazing how hard that is.
Yeah, it's really tough.
When you have nothing to go off of, it's crazy.
All right, let's see. Hopefully we can hear it. Let's see.
She's got eyes of the blue skies as if they thought of rain. I hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of warm, safe place where as a child I'd hide and pray through the thunder and the rain took while to pass me by.
Oh my god, that's hard.
Isn't that wild?
That is actually hard.
Well, and then I fully admitted that I got extremely cruel for number 5. Our fifth
Okay,
one.
I want to hear it.
Oh, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
I definitely want to hear it.
This is cruel.
The only time I would get any of these is if I was like, oh, that's a Michael Jackson song. That's the only one I'd get.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
Isn't that wild?
Perceived out of cute. I'm like, what the hell is that?
It's Para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de
No, that's
gracia.
La Bamba.
La Bamba.
No.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh my god. But the last one's La Bamba? That's how it came out?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Can you play the La Bamba one for just 2 more seconds? I just want to hear it again.
Yeah, I gotta call it back. I just got rid of it, so yeah, hang on a second.
I'm so sorry. I was just like, oh my god, I want to hear that again.
Yeah.
Because now that we know, I want to hear it, like, in context.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess I didn't even think about that.
Because I was like, oh yeah, I can hear it now.
Yeah, once you... Alright, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. But yeah, that's...
I don't hear it at all.
like number 2 was pretty easy. It's a Norse song, but it's still funny. Hang on.
Mommy don't know that it's getting hot at the body shop. Doing something on old Keith's sandbag. While she's dropping it, she be popping it, yeah. She put it down slow.
That's so funny.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh my god, I love that concept.
Yeah.
Did you see it somewhere? Didn't you see it somewhere?
No, somebody had mentioned it.
Oh, that's what it was.
And we had made several really, really dark, kind of crass jokes. I always said when I was that's it. Oh, yeah. I quit smoking.
Oh, right. Good for you.
Been 2 weeks now.
Ooh.
So far it's been good.
Nice.
But when I was smoking, I always made a joke if I ever got any of the cancer, I'd want it to be throat cancer.
Oh, no.
Because then I could get one of those voice boxes and just do karaoke in it.
God.
And somebody said, why don't you make a trivia round out of that? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I do that. And then I'm like, oh, crap, I could do that.
That's funny. The one I thought of today, which was totally random, was we were talking about, remember the reference, boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. So we were having the argument on whether it was like a video online first or if it was a commercial first.
Oh, jeez.
So I was thinking, how fun of a round would that be where it's like, well, what came first?
What did come first?
And you could either keep it close to the vest and keep it like in the same similarity, or you could go totally left and right, like not chicken or the egg, but you
Yeah.
can take it like really wide and broad. Not sure how that would relate to other rounds, but just that it popped in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, well, which did come first?
Yeah.
Like, huh.
That's interesting.
That's a good
yeah,
question.
that'd be a good way to go.
So I figured there was some creativity that happened there. I was like, oh, I can't wait to tell Kevin that one.
Yeah, I have to remember that one.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's kind of a fun idea. Because, yeah, I especially like with the hamster dance song, right?
Yeah.
The song, I'd assume, came out before the video of the website. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe there was something even before that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, yeah, this was from some soundbite in Spain.
Well, and there's been
something.
a couple of like TV shows that came out of commercials or
Yeah.
vice versa.
Right. And that would be a really fun, like,
yeah,
which
what
one
came first? That is, you're not wrong.
So I was like, I came up with something.
The other thing that somebody come up with is because of the Stephen Hawking's voice was too much. Try and find Alexa, an Alexa translator, and do it.
That would be funny too, because it would still be the same concept, maybe just a little bit
easier to understand.
A little bit easier. I feel like the it's
But I can slow down the Stephen Hawking translator so it goes a little bit slower.
True. I think it is partly just because it's so fast.
Fast, yeah.
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 But
it was
still,
it was
for
a work in
variety,
progress.
it'd be funny to do that too.
It was a lot like this podcast tonight. It was pretty much an experiment.
Right.
But,
Thank you for coming. So I have a great day. What?
the other one somebody had come up with is to do music lyrics and run it through an old English translator.
Ooh.
So like it'd be Shakespearean.
That would be kind of fun, especially because like the context would come out different.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so that might be kind of interesting. I might have to experiment with that a little bit.
There was this weird TikTok that my sister sent me. So you know how like there's the AI app that everyone's talking about.
Oh, for artwork? Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll do a profile photo and then they'll make an AI and make it all arty. Well, apparently someone took old Disney princesses, or took Disney princesses, and they were like, this is what they'd look like if they were retired.
Oh, wow.
So some were like obvious because it's like, you know you're gonna see a Moana and the Pocahontas are kind of like the stereotype or whatever. But when you get to like, is that Aurora or Cinderella? So you have to, some of them you're sitting there going, huh. But it was so funny. Because it's just like, I think, I can't remember if it was Snow White or one of the princesses had like two different colors of hair.
Well, that didn't surprise me.
Like, because she wore her wig all stupid, so it was just like, it was like her real hair that was gray and then this weird old, like, horribly ratty, like, wig on top of it, trying to cover it, but it was done really horribly. It was just so left field. It was almost wrong. It was too cute. You know what I mean?
Might have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll have to show it to you when we're done, because it was, my sister sent it to me, and I was like, this is so stupid. I love it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But, yeah, there's so much going on with that AI stuff now that it's like...
I still want to try it, but it's like, do I want to spend the $5?
There's some crazy...
But they're so good, though.
Yeah, but they're causing a lot of problems because, the artists that are out there is like, technically it's stealing.
Yeah.
Because they're taking it from bits and pieces of other art everywhere. And,
yeah.
Putting it all together. And I'm like, I get it. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I was part of the struggle with my YouTube channel I've been doing is like trying to figure out what because I know the rules are a little more lax with like music rights than they used to be.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to research like XYZ because like I think it was TikTok. You can do 15 seconds worth before you're in trouble.
Right.
But then with YouTube, you can do. They just upped it like last year to like I think 30 seconds to 60 seconds or something like that. I only read this yesterday. I don't remember. Depending on what the song was.
Right.
And then it was just like if, and, or but, and the other thing. And it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, but then there's the parody or satire clause.
Yeah.
If you change it enough that it's not like the original, all you have to do is change the lyrics. Or,
right. Yeah.
Or slow it down.
Yeah. I'm still
up,
trying to figure it out because I was doing one for my YouTube for tomorrow. And basically I'm doing like a sing-along episode. But it's like, I don't want to include the music and get in trouble.
Right.
So what I did is I just told people, like, what the song was so they could find it. and cue it up. So then I did a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and I'm like, all right, now push play.
Nice.
So that way you can listen to it live, but I'm not legally worried about the rights for it. So that's what I'm gonna try to put up tomorrow if I can figure out the editing part.
Well, what I've learned about copyright and anything like that is you're perfectly fine in anything and everything you do until you get the cease and desist letter.
Right. I'm just so, like, especially with TikTokers or whatnot, like, so many people seem to be using full songs and not getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's not true. It just looks like that, you know? So it's like, oh, well, at what point am I just being too anal retentive?
You gotta get on that tiki-talkie.
Yeah, and I know with YouTube Shorts, it's different, too. Where the shorts, you can almost, you know, because shorts are shorts, so you can almost use the whole song for the whole bit.
Right.
Because the shorts are only like a minute or less anyway. It's this weird thing, but at least they're updating the options to more.
That's one thing I love about when you work in a business like we work in, is when you get like the touch tunes, you're licensed then to have any song you want going through your establishment.
Sure.
So you don't have to worry about, you know, if we play Spotify.
Oh.
Because we've got a license to listen to it.
Sure.
We're not paying Spotify.
No.
You know, except for our premium rate.
But we have the technical paper.
But we have the paperwork that says we are licensed to distribute that music throughout our establishment.
Right, because we paid somebody somewhere something at some point.
Yep. As long as it's not outside of this establishment, we're good to go.
Right.
So that's what I love.
Yeah, when I read some of the copyright stuff, you know, I mean, the early days, it was like, yeah, I mean, if you're going to go legally, you would ask the guy who sang it.
Yep.
But then that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Well, yeah, then there's the company that owns the rights to the music.
Yeah, and you have to ask that guy, and that guy, and that guy, and that person, and this person, and and that lady, and that guy. Yep. And it was like, oh my god. Doing the right thing sucks.
Yep. Takes a long time.
Yeah, at least there was like some places you could pay one guy, like, you know, you could pay a company $50 to use the song. So at least that's reasonable. They're making it easier for you to purchase the rights to a song, you know, or if you really want to go through that route. But it's just like, okay, well, how do I do that now? And
I don't get how places like, I don't like Spotify and Audify or whoever. I don't know how they do it, because artists are getting like pennies.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting screwed on these streaming things.
Yeah, they really are.
So it's like, how in the hell? Because it's the big corporations, like the big the big record labels that are distributing it, because hey, we're not getting a lot, but we're getting exposure.
Yeah.
And you know, we're into quantity, not quality. Where the artist is like, well, I'm into quality, not quantity.
Right, and it's such a hard thing too with the when you're not selling physical CDs so much anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you would have to, like, you back in the day, to go get a new CD, it's like $24, right?
Yep.
And now it's like, oh, you can buy the online one for like $8.
Yeah.
The whole thing for $8.
Yeah, nowadays most artists are making their money on concerts and venues and stuff like that.
It's just so sad in some ways that it's just like, your margin went up down to a quarter.
Yeah. If
that. And like,
yeah, this makes it a lot easier to take advantage of the artist anymore.
Yeah.
You know, same with internet and physical artists, like people who paint or draw, or computer graphics and stuff like that. You know, it's made it a lot easier for people just to go snag it instead of buying it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm guilty of it. I do it for trivia every week.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm gonna use this picture, even though
I use it for 30 seconds and then get rid of it, but that's not the point. I'm still taking it.
Because technically trivia makes you money, so technically you're stealing. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I get that.
It's all messed up all the way around.
I used LimeWire all the time in college, so I'm so guilty of that.
Yeah, I never pirated a song.
Oh,
I never pirated a movie. I have had people give me pirated movies.
Sure.
I had a buddy of mine give me a whole big fucking hard drive of movies.
Nice.
That, it's like, oh, all right, I didn't pirate them.
No, my favorite was I was kind of talented in college. I know myself well enough that people are like, oh well, one of my bosses at like Pizza Hut, I was asking him to show me some computer stuff on like the computer end. I was like, I want to learn some more of this stuff. He was like, well, can't you just teach yourself and poke around and kind of figure it out? I said, let me give you a summary of my capabilities. Yes, I could. That would take me time and effort, which I can. However, I am the magician. And one of my magic powers is I can break things that are unbreakable. So, for example, in college, I did 2 amazing things. Killed 2 hard drives. Like, they just blew up and died. And my music was on both of them. You know, because you had all these, you know, and it wasn't a virus.
Right.
Oh no, whole thing just went up. And I was able to put RAM into a computer backwards. And not only backwards, it didn't break anything.
Wow.
Yep. I'm a special kind of person, and I know when not to do things. And me poking around a computer that I don't understand, not smart.
Yeah, you're not going to touch the new mixing board.
Nope. That's why I stayed right over here, and I went, good job, Kevin.
Yeah.
Pat on head. Because I'm just kind of like, there's certain days I know I shouldn't use knives, because today is a klutzy day, and today is not the day to touch a knife.
Yep.
You just know yourself enough.
Yeah. I was never into computers, even when they were getting big. When I was younger,
Yeah, me neither.
I never just, you know, I'm amazed that I can even turn one on.
Yeah, I have the same.
You know.
Remember when I was trying to turn yours off, and I was like, Kevin, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Yeah, my sister and my dad, they built like 3 computers together, but it just was never my deal.
It was never my thing.
Nope.
You know, I can fumble my way through and figure stuff out, but you know, like LimeWire and all that other stuff, I never got into it.
I will admit my pride and joy of like my music pirating days though was I think it was for 5 years straight. I made a Christmas CD for my family every year.
Nice.
For 5 years straight that I would give to like my aunt, my uncle, my sister, dad, mom, and I. That was my gift. Part of my gift was I would spend time pirating this music and then burning it on a CD, and they're freaking good. I still listen to them to this day every year.
My favorite thing is when you go to a movie theater and they used to have that old commercial at the front says, you know, you would download a car.
Oh, yeah.
And some kid was like, want to bet? 3D printer downloaded a car. There you go.
I know. Yeah, I was a dick. I won't lie. I totally stole music.
Yeah. Like, you would download a car and take it, would you? Yeah, of course we would, you morons. If we could.
I have to admit, those were the days, though, sharing literally music with everyone.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think my other, like, couple of my favorite things was finding stuff from my childhood, like TV theme songs were my favorite. Like, just finding, like, the Popples theme song, you know, hearing He-Man or She-Ra, the originals, like Rainbow Bright, like, just so fun.
Oh, we used to make mixtapes all the time and just pass them around back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, that was okay. That was fine.
I even remember, you know, since we're talking old technology too, like when you had a boombox with a tape recorder.
Oh.
I would like, there was a kid, this was before, there was like a kid Radio Disney back in the day. But even before that, there was Radio Oz.
Yes.
And my sister, or no, my best friend in elementary school and I would listen to it, and her name was Becky, and she and I would listen to it religiously together, and we would record our voices winning prizes on this radio station.
Yep.
Because we just thought it was so cool to hear our voices on the radio.
Yeah.
And it was like we would win like posters or like things like that you could come down to the radio show and pick them up. And we never did because we're kids, and like we never asked our parents to give a crap about that. But we were just so cool to hear our voice on the radio.
Well, I'll tell you, when I grew up, we were out in the middle of nowhere. We didn't get a radio. We had like 2 radio stations. One of them was country.
Yeah, of course.
And one of them was French Canadian.
What?
Yeah, I was up in International Falls.
What kind of stuff did they play on that?
I don't know, because I never listened to it. It was in French. I didn't know.
Really? That's so random.
So, when my dad would live down here, I'd bring like 8, 9 blank tapes, and I just hit record on WLOL.
Yeah. Oh, I remember WLOL.
You know,
I like that one.
I think KDWB was just starting then too, or something like it. But it was, you know, top 40 type hits and stuff. And I'd record like 9 different fucking tapes and bring home with me while I was down here for summer vacation.
Yeah. That's always fun. I remember that's so cool.
Yeah, it was that's we didn't have radio up there. Well, we had it. It just was crappy radio.
Yeah, when we go visit my aunt and uncle back in the day, they used to live kind of off the reservation in South Dakota.
Yep.
And it was so cool to be like, all right, scan this radio, look for Native American stuff. I want to hear the tribal stuff. Just, it's just freaking amazing. I was like, all right, look some more, because this country shit ain't cutting it. I need to hear some real Indian music. Like, let's bring it on.
Well, I when I was driving, you get out in some of these real rural areas, and you get the farm report.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of, what's his name? What the hell was his name? Rooney, I think it was Andy Rooney. Something like that.
Mickey Rooney?
No, it's
Andy
Rooney.
Rooney. I think so.
Yeah, just telling homemade stories and weird shit like that. And then every now and again, you would get this small town radio station, and it was brilliant because, you'd stop on it because you'd hear 9 Inch Nails.
Right.
And you're like, all right, here we go. Rockin' tune. I'm tired. I need it. And then it would swing into ABBA.
No.
And you're just like, what? Whiplash or what the hell?
That's awesome.
And then it would go from like ABBA to Willie Nelson.
I love that.
And then swing back around to some, and you're just like, it was whoa, what is going on?
I would love that.
Man,
that
it was
would
cool
actually
as
be
hell.
great.
Yeah, nowadays you get I remember the first time I was down in Florida and heard Tom Bernard's voice on the radio. He was doing a commercial for some trucking, for the Chevy or something. I'm like, that's Tom Bernard.
Right. Right.
And then you learn as you go on, especially like the top 40 channels, like KDWB. There's literally no difference between here and any place else.
No.
They play the same 40 songs.
Yep.
The same DJ. They're just.
Yep, they're the ones that were paid. They were paid to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really as generic as you can get. And then every now and again you'll find a college station that'll blow everything up.
Oh yeah.
Or
it's almost like I agree.
There was a huge surge in the early 90s of pirate radio stations.
What?
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
People like me and you before podcasts were around. They would erect a radio antenna.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You're kidding.
And, oh no.
I'd never heard of that.
Oh yeah, hijack, and FCC was always trying to track people down.
No way, that's so
huge.
hip.
There's a movie about it, Pump Up the Volume, with Christian Slater.
Oh really? Yeah, I've seen the cover.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to watch it, watch it.
I will.
Because there's no regulations, and these people would be, fuck this, fuck that, and playing these underground, Ramones and Leonard Cohen and shit that just wasn't played on top 40 radio.
That's really cool. I had no idea.
Yeah, it was. It was quite the time then, and FCC made a pretty big crackdown about it.
I get that.
And was like prosecuting a lot of these people, and then all of a sudden podcasts came out.
Right.
And
now you can do whatever you want.
Now it's the same. It's just like we could be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Without getting in trouble.
Yeah, which is actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
The other thing that's kind of it makes me feel old was remember Cool 108.
Yep.
That's running around here, and it's I remember when I was a squirt, it was like the 50s, 60s, and 70s, right? So your parents were listening to the Beach Boys and the Beatles and shit. And now that I'm the old guy, now it's 80s, 90s, and today.
80s, 90s, and today.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm the parent. This is awful.
I was
so sad.
I was in a restaurant not long ago, probably about 2 years ago, and they had Muzak. It's just that instruments
company,
that you don't pay attention to it.
No, autofill.
Something caught my ear, and I stopped. I was eating. I was by myself, and I stopped and cocked my head. It was Pink Floyd. It was Pink Floyd Muzak, and I'm like, that is not right by any stretch of the imagination. Now, I think 25 years from now, 30 years from now, you're going to be sitting somewhere and a musical version of WAP is going to come on.
Yep.
With no lyrics, no context.
Yep.
And you're just going to be like, what the hell?
Yeah. Because
You know?
only you know what it is, but
Yeah.
it's just like, oh dear God, why?
Yeah. How fucked up was that?
Daryl and I we were in Stillwater at the brewery that's like right on Main Street, and it had one of the jukeboxes, you know, the
Yep.
whatever it's called, forget whatever you call it.
Touch tunes?
Touch tunes. It had a touch tune, right? And you can use it. Basically, you can run it through an app on your phone too, and buy credits, and you run stuff, right? So you can anonymously put in your song, and no one will know it was you.
Right.
So we're sitting in the indoor patio, and it's just me, Daryl, and then like 2 other tables because it's like just that time of day. And he runs the Pink Floyd song that I think is like 18 minutes.
Oh yeah.
That one, right? And there are parts of it that are like pretty hip, and you're like, all right, sweet. But then every once in a while, there's like the creepy frickin' part, and you're just like, Daryl, what did you just do? You're just playing the creepiest shit, and we're all just sitting here, just kind of like. It was the most awkward thing ever because everyone noticed, and I was sitting there and I was going, I was trying not to look like we did it, but it was so hard to be like not like I couldn't hide my embarrassed face. I'm like, what the fuck did you pick that for?
You've heard of the John Mulaney bit, haven't you?
Yes.
But what's new Pussycat?
What's new
like
Pussycat?
10 times.
Yes.
And then boom! It's so unusual to break up the monotony.
Yes.
And right back into it.
My God, you guys! If you haven't heard that joke, you need to look it up. John Mulaney,
What's new Pussycat?
What's new Pussycat? You look it up on YouTube, you'll find it. It's the best bit ever.
It is hilarious.
But I even told you that every once in a while I'll play Gangnam Style here.
Yeah.
Even though I'm over at Tailgate. I'll do that on purpose.
Well, Mark will come in playing Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
My
Good
God,
Vibrations.
I miss Mark so much. Mark, I miss you. Hold me tight. Yeah, he always I always like how his entrance song though changes.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you heard my. I love that he actually plays a song before he walks in, so you know he's coming.
I surprised him one night because as soon as the song came up,
yeah,
I went out to look out the back door at the peephole.
Sure.
And ran back and had his beer set up in the corner.
Aww.
Before he even walked in the door because of the song.
That's fucking awesome. I miss him so much.
So,
I gotta give him shit. I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah.
He owes me a hug.
Well, probably other things, but that's not the point.
We gotta do baby steps, otherwise they get scared and run away.
Well, I'm gonna say, pretty much exactly on that note, I'm gonna bid you a fond adieu. Yay!
Yay!
Well, we did 50 minutes.
Oh yeah?
48.
It was sexy. My ears are sweaty.
Oh,
Are your ears sweaty too?
I had it itch so bad.
It's funny because I know I'm due for like a shower, so like this little spot right in the back of my head always gets so itchy. It's just this little spot. I was like, it itches. Mental thing. Anyway, this was nice. It was good. This was awesome. Yeah, I was so sad that I lost my Bart Simpson earring. I was gonna put something up on Home Base about it, and then I figured, what's the odds of someone finding it? But I figured I'd keep the other one just in case it shows up when a snowbank melts or something, you know? 'Cause you never know.
Well, that's true. That's how I found my fucking...
Shit like that happens to me. Oh, hey, I'm gonna stop the GoPro too.